Nam Buddhaya, welcome, and welcome back to another video. Today I'd like to speak about something tender and often unspoken, the way we turn against ourselves when we fall short, when we make mistakes, when life doesn't go as we hoped. No matter how kind, talented, or wise we may be, there are moments when we stumble, times when we falter, and in those moments, many of us begin to direct blame inward. We begin to hate ourselves. This self-hatred can become so heavy, so unbearable, that it can lead to deep suffering, even to the edge of life itself. But ask yourself, how often do you say, "I love you" to someone else? Probably often. But how often do you say, "I love myself"? How often do you pause to truly appreciate who you are? In Buddhist practice, the very first step of cultivating loving kindness, metta, is to direct it toward oneself. The Buddha saw clearly that unless we fill our own hearts with love and compassion, we cannot genuinely extend it to others. So today, I'd like to share a few gentle reflections, practices that can help us move from self-judgment to self-love, from self-hatred to self-appreciation. 1. Do not believe in labels. From the moment we're born, we're surrounded by labels, starting with our own name. That name, given by someone else, becomes an identity we carry. But just as we inherit names, we also begin to attach labels to our imperfections. I'm always angry. I have a weak mind. I'm lazy. I'm not lovable. The more we repeat these to ourselves, the more they harden into a false identity. But the truth is, these are just thoughts. They are not who you are. They can be changed. You are not your anger. You are not your fear. You are not your mistakes. You are a being in process, capable of transformation and growth. 2. Learn to accept mistakes. Mistakes are not failures. They are signs that you are trying, that you haven't given up on yourself. Every great being, every noble teacher, every wise person has walked through the fire of error and learning. The key is this: do not let your mistakes define who you are. You can always rise. You can always grow. Let your mistakes be teachers, not jailers. Let them open the door to a more compassionate and wiser you. 3. Let go of harsh criticism. This is a subtle trap many of us fall into, constantly criticizing ourselves and others. Now, I'm not speaking of constructive reflection, but of the negative voice that tears us down. When we criticize others harshly, we send a signal to our own mind that we must always be better, perfect, flawless. We set unrealistic standards, and when we inevitably fail to meet them, we punish ourselves inwardly. This cycle slowly erodes self-love. Instead, try softening your gaze toward yourself, toward others. Leave room for being human. 4. Remember, imperfection is beautiful. Pause for a moment and look at nature. Is there a perfectly symmetrical tree? A flawless mountain? Everything in nature holds some imperfection, and that is what makes it real, alive, and beautiful. So too with us. Our humanness, our scars, our softness, our striving is not something to erase. It's something to embrace. Joy and peace are not destinations. They are not the result of reaching some perfect version of yourself. They are journeys, walked step by step with loving awareness. So begin each day with this simple reflection. No matter how imperfect I am, no matter the mistakes I've made, I will not give up on myself. I will keep learning. I will keep loving. I will keep walking. This is not selfishness. True self-love is not about demanding perfection. It is about making peace with imperfection. It is about holding yourself gently and giving yourself permission to grow. So let us remember, we are not our labels. We are not our past mistakes. We are not meant to be perfect. We are meant to evolve, to learn, and to love ourselves along the way. Keep practicing these truths. Keep returning to kindness. And may your life become lighter, fuller, and filled with quiet joy. Nam Buddhaya.